Ba, 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 ba. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Here we go again, Sunday, and let's chat about DeX. I think I'm going to close the window. Don't want any background noise happening. So, let's see if it's DeX is going in. Fantastic. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing great this Sunday. Here we go again. It's me, Mr. P, and we're doing our Sunday chat about Samsung DeX and other things. Let me know how you're doing. How is your Sunday so far? Are you waking up? Are you going to bed? Is it midday where you are? Because currently it's 3:45 p.m. here in UK. And I try to push this live stream as further down the road as much as I can, because I know a lot of you watching when it's very like super early. So instead of starting at 3, I just went a bit late by 45 minutes. Still fine. The idea for this talk, for this live stream, for my live stream, is basically just get some ideas from you, and the roughly what kind of videos I should do about Samsung DeX. I have two projects that I want to start with Samsung DeX. I just want to see your opinion, which one I should go for. Just creating tutorials basically. So I have a couple of viewers. Hello to you, and hello to Gonzalo, and hello to RC from midnight in Australia. It's midnight to Australia. Sorry, not from midnight to Australia. It's from Australia. It's midnight. Oh, I'm having some problems with my remote desktop connection on Samsung DeX. Maybe a video explaining how to get full access to a Windows machine with that would be great. Right? What kind of experience you getting? Like, is it like not working, or you having a problems, or like lagging? Remote. Are you experiencing like there is a problem with the what's it called, connection? Hold on, I should have somewhere. Is it here? Yes, it's here. Okay, let's try to upload this one. Sometimes I need to use Windows. It works, but the keyboard is mapped incorrectly. Right. Okay. Inside the Android Play Store, let me open up on my screen now. So if I will search ID client, can even type correctly. No, it's not ID. It's not ID client. It's the here we go. Remote desktop. It should be. Hold on. It can be this. Yeah, here we go. I think I joined the beta program. Could be. I'm from Portugal, and we use a lot of AG and other special characters. I'm using a client for Windows. Right. Okay. One thing I noticed between remote client on the I don't have I don't have the Windows machine that I can actually remote in. No, I maybe do. Let's try. Yes, I do. Let's try to connect to this. So Hold on, let me do this way. So done. Let me say thank you. Right. If you download the remote client from Google Play Store, there is two versions of remote client. There is the standard one, and there is a beta one. As you can see here, it says remote client beta version. That's the one I use. And the reason why I use this is I noticed that, for example, if I log into my virtual machine, Windows virtual machine, and if I try to press Windows key, I get Windows opened on Windows side. Like, it makes sense. I hope it makes sense, because the normal remote desktop client, when you press the Windows key, it's actually going to show you the DeX menu like this. If I go here, it's going to show you like this instead of opening the actual start menu inside the Windows machine. Try to configure your keyboard layout to PT. Well, you mean in Windows? Configure keyboard in Windows. Oh, where is it? Right. Okay. Windows key is working flawlessly. I'll need to do a bit of R&D on this. Let me put this on my to-do list. To-do. Here we go. I'm gonna open Google Keep, and I'll start adding the stuff that I need to figure out. Here we go. Create a new list. 2. YouTube. Special characters in Windows VM. On the phone, on a hardware remote keyboard, and on the Windows machine. Let's have a look. Because the problem that you might get, well, the problem, or where is the problem, is that I mentioned this so many times. The Samsung DeX as itself is at very good state. The problem is with Samsung DeX is that the app developers not really upgrading the what's it called, the apps. They're not updating the apps to be compatible with Samsung DeX properly, and that's where all this stuff happening. It's just Microsoft just don't want to push it an update to this. Michimura, good morning, good afternoon, good day to you too. Right. I'll check about this keyboard. I'll check after the stream. I'm going to do a bit of R&D. Hopefully, I'll come back as soon as I have an answer on this. So, the idea for this live stream is me getting some of your feedback. I have, like I said at the beginning, I have two things to go for. I had a problem. Hold on, let me tell. What I noticed is that configured in on your Samsung device changes the layout for everything that you are using in DeX, but the remote desktop doesn't take into account the special characters. Right. Okay. I had the problem with the phone discharging with the phone charger with the Skull and Co hub, but bought a more powerful charger. Now the phone is charging. Yes. Answer to this. The way when I'm using Samsung DeX, I try to use over powerful charger, and the reason for that is that some of them, for example, USB-C hubs, like, let me show you an example like this, the Ugreen USB-C hub. If I connect just the phone charger that my Note 9 arrives with and use it, DeX will work fine. The problem is when you start connecting the additional USB devices, that they all needs more power here. And the thing that is, basically my Samsung DeX right now using the same charging device, same power brick that my Nextdoor 360 arrived with, and it's like overpowered. but I'm using that because I know I'm on a safe side. Then when I start connecting multiple devices to USB-C hub, the phone will not overcook, if that makes sense. It's not going to start just burning because you connected, instead of 8 watts, let's say whatever this charge is, 3 amp charger, and you connected like 80-watt charger. It's just much safer than I know that I have this headroom of this power coming into USB-C hub that I can connect external hard drive as well. The thing, what I noticed basically before I done it, is that when I had the keyboard connected, the wired keyboard connected to my Samsung DeX setup, and I connected the mouse, but USB mouse and the hard drive, the DeX started to flicker. And what I mean flicker is like DeX turns on off, because there's not enough power for this USB-C hub to output HDMI signal, if that makes sense. So I decided to just basically increase the power, and now it's all working fine. And the power thing that I'm using now when I need to use Samsung DeX is called raw power charging. Let me quickly show it to you what I'm using to charge my what supplies power to my Samsung DeX setup when I'm using it. And this is the thing I'm using. Where's the camera thing? Sorry, I'm blocking this thing. Let me show it to you. Where's an image? There's no image. What? Basically, this one. This is the one I'm using it. So it has 2 USB Type-C ports and 2 USB Type-A ports. USB Type-A I'm using for like capture card, powering, etc. But I'm using the USB Type-C. One is for charging my laptop, and the one for charging my phone if I'm using USB Type-C hub. And it's just more power. So yeah, by changing the USB-C, the charger is definitely going to help. Amazing. Thank you very much. Amazing. Thank you very much for super chat. What? Okay. When I receive a super chat, or when I receive the membership, I still have one member who's joined my membership level for 99 pence a month. Anyway, these kind of things I really appreciate, because it's not just the money value, is the feel that what I'm doing is I'm getting appreciated, if that makes sense. So it's not like just the money value. It's just what I do. It makes me feel that people like what I do. I don't know. It's just hard to explain. I'm doing these things not because I just get the super chat or something. It just, obviously that helps, because last stream somebody done a super chat, and I will be able to use this to get an app or something to test on Samsung DeX, or do something else. I'm watching at the 720p and the image is blurred. Is it just would you love what you do? Thank you very much. I do appreciate the blurred image. Let me check, because you see, with the blurred image, I'm trying to get away from everything Windows. I previously used the Windows PC to do my live streams. I just tried to get away from this. So I'm right now streaming everything through a Surface Pro 7 computer. And I'm just trying to get away from everything that it is. Okay, this is not good. This is definitely blurry. This is strange, because my stream showing that I'm getting everything great, and this shows that I am getting the. Hold on, I think I know what's happened. Give me 2 seconds. I'll quickly try to get this fixed. Up, disappeared, came back. Sorry for pointing that out about the blur image. I'm still learning it. Should pick it up. It should pick it up quickly. 720p. What is going on? Everything is... Oh, I really annoyed. Everything is worked fine before live stream, and now suddenly it's just like, nope. Oh, I think my broadband is killing. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me quickly try this, sort this out. This is weird. This is really bad. I'm looking at my own live stream and it's really bad. Okay, let me see if I can get this one going better. Right, this is at maximum. Fantastic. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is not good. From all the days that everything should go wrong is today. Yeah. Let me quickly try to see what's going on with this live stream. Now I'm going to spend time to trying to figure out why Sunday decided to do this. Why Sunday decided to do this. Right, okay. Okay. Right, let me try something else. So if I'm going to do... I'm back. That hopefully fixed it. I hope it's fixed. I don't know. Loading. Okay. It's doing 720p. Oh my god. It's rubbish. What is going on? Who's taking all my internet? Who's using all this broadband speed? Let me figure out. Anyway, even pixelated, I hope you still can hear. This is rubbish. Anyway, even if I'm pixelated, hopefully you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. This is when I decided to basically format my Windows PC just to completely... Anyway, right. The idea is for the upcoming videos. It's called self-hosting. And what I mean by that is I'm thinking about doing a playlist of self-hosted stuff. What I mean by that is how to create self-hosted server to be used with Samsung DeX. So I have two ways to go for. Should I start creating a playlist of videos giving you a tutorial from zero, like from start, how to create a self-hosted server with a lot of amazing things you can run on it that helps to use Samsung DeX on the Raspberry Pi. So like take a Raspberry Pi. Here we go. This is my... Oh yeah, it's blurred image. You're probably going to think that I'm showing you some chocolate bar or something. Anyway, so this is the Raspberry Pi. I hope you can at least make some of it. So should I do a video about Raspberry Pi self-hosted server, or because we're using the DeX as a main computer and we don't want to use Windows machine anymore, should I show you a tutorial how to convert a Windows machine into a self-hosted server? And I have examples for you. Again, this visual is going to be probably bad. Let me try. Okay, only DeX. Here we go. So there is two ways to do it. Is on the what's it called, Raspberry Pi. Yeah, the video quality is rubbish. Anyway, I'll just gonna talk, and I'm a bit annoyed that the image qualities became rubbish. So, Raspberry Pi self-hosted or Windows machine self-hosted? I'm thinking about creating a Raspberry Pi self-hosted instead of doing oh, hold on. I think I know what was wrong. I think video picked up. Right, I think the quality is back. I know what was wrong. Anyway, sometime today I'll put the poll. I will put the questionnaire like poll on my YouTube community page and ask you which way should I go for, and just let me know. Okay, so I have a question from. Hello, could you please use Samsung Notes with pen on touch monitor to see if there is a lag? It's called S Note, isn't it? I don't use S Note that much, but I'll try. Instead of the pen, I'll use my finger. Okay. Yeah, I know what was lagging. I know what was lagging. Right. Let me see if I do. Okay, so demo time. S Note. So this is a S Note, and this is a question from Bohea. Can't even pronounce your name. Hello, could you please use Samsung Notes with pen on touch monitor to see if you like? Right. This is what you see right now is the S Note running on the DeX inside on my NextDock 360. Okay, so using my finger. Right. The lag, I would say, yeah, the actual line, it's trailing behind my finger when I'm trying to write something. It's not the same accuracy as you would get, for example, if you write this on a note series with a S Pen. There is a bit of a like line delay, but not that much. I'm not gonna say that it's like lagging. The speed that the line shows up after my finger is consistent, if that makes sense. So it's not like really lagging. I have a Pi 400 4B. If you can do this without Windows, I like that. Yeah, I'm more keen to. Hold on, here we go. This is the comment. I had the Pi 400 4B. Okay, this is. Let me show you what I did so far. Okay. Just give me 2 seconds. I want to open photo, but I don't want to open photo and show you everything because I don't want like some of the things. Here we go. Can I show you this? Right. This is my self-hosted server at home. This is a Raspberry Pi 4 Model B, 8 gigabyte model, cooled by 52 pi case, the fan that is here, and ice tower, same time. And it's freezing cold, not the freezing cold, but it's not overheating. And I'm more keen to show you how I set all this up with the Raspberry Pi instead of Windows machine. I think Windows machine self-hosted tutorial with Samsung DeX will be a bit more technical than it should for like majority to understand. And another thing, this is the stuff currently running on my Raspberry Pi. This is all the Docker containers that are running on Raspberry Pi. So I think I'm going to start doing the Raspberry Pi tutorial and show you basically how Raspberry Pi self-hosted server can help you use Samsung DeX much better. Because a lot of things, like I really like using Nextcloud with my Samsung DeX. I absolutely love using JDownloader with my Samsung DeX. And the reason why the JDownloader, can't even speak, I'm using with Samsung DeX, because when you're trying to download a big file inside Samsung DeX, let's say you go into, I don't know, let's go into ubuntu.com and you want to download a big file. I'm using this as example because like it's a big file, it's going to be rubbish. So I'm downloading this, right? The annoyance that I started to get is when I download it, when I start downloading, what's happening is at any minute, let's say the download might stop, or Samsung browser decides not to download this file anymore. Even right now, it's not downloading. So I decided to create my own downloader, or not my own downloader, my own like self-hosted service that will download all the stuff, or will download all the stuff for me. So if I'm trying to download Ubuntu, so it's loading, doing something. Let's get Ubuntu server. Download this one instead. Here we go. Download file, open it, download. So yep, download that. So right now it's downloading Ubuntu. You can see behind my webcam, but basically it's 3 gigabytes ISO file. And it's downloaded right now inside the Samsung internet. And what happens is it crashes, it stops. My phone loses connection for some reason. And 3 gigabyte download on my phone, let's say, takes 10 minutes. 9 minutes later, this download crashes and I need to start doing all this again. There is no resume, there's nothing. So I think that the self-hosted in Raspberry Pi probably will be more useful for majority of you instead of like using Windows. Because on Windows, for example, on Windows side, I have hold on, let me 192.168.170.8006. On Windows side, I have this going. This is a Proxmox level 1 hypervisor. Is running on my Windows, used to be Windows machine. And on here currently I have only 2 things going. It's the Open Media Vault, acts like a NAS server, and the Ubuntu, which I was planning to set up as a Plex server. But I think this can be a future playlist. First, let's go through the Raspberry Pi things. And the reason why I want to do this video is I've done a lot of videos showing you how DeX works, what kind of apps you can use, what kind of things you can do on Samsung DeX. But I think it's not like the topics of that has been depleted. It's still, there is a lot of things you can record videos about. But I hope that by creating this playlist or this kind of tutorials, the people that looking for Samsung DeX, like the floodgates will get opened. And what I mean by that the video will get, these kind of videos will get more attention from viewers on Samsung DeX. Because as much as I'm trying to push the Samsung DeX, I noticed from my views on YouTube, from how many people joining our Samsung DeX subreddit group, it's not going up at the let's say at this high angle. How to explain? Because the line going up is slightly going like this, and I don't like that. I want basically shoot up. And I think these kind of tutorials hopefully will bring more attention to my channel, to our group, where I hope you all joined. Reddit, Reddit group statistics. I want to show you something else. So hopefully these kind of tutorials will bring attention to our group, to our videos, and other things. Right. So if we go here, we're gonna write. Come on, you're telling me I can't type in here? Oh, I sometimes I really hate Samsung Internet app. It just decides to do some weird and wonderful things, like says, you know what? Oh my god! Like, you know what? Reddit group statistics. It just decides not to work. Could you tell the difference in DeX between different phone generations, i.e., term of speed, stability, etc.? Okay. The Samsung DeX, while it's loading, I'll answer this question. Generally, for Samsung DeX to work at the optimal level, like usable level, it's enough to have 6 gigabytes of RAM. It's enough to have 6 gigabytes of RAM. And I would say anything from Note 9 series, because right now what you see here, all this, by the way, this is running off my Samsung Note 9. I usually use my Dust Tab S6, but for this video, for this live stream, I decided to use Samsung Note 9. So Note 9 and up, the more RAM you have, obviously, the better. But you just don't go and start participating in a spec sheet war. And what I mean by that the new phone gets released and you think, oh, this phone has 16 gigabytes of RAM. You need to be a superpower user to use all 16 gigabytes of RAM on the phone. Yes, it's nice that there's a lot of apps running in the background, but come on, you're not gonna keep the game. You play the game on Monday, and on Friday the game still runs in the background. Why? It's just I never keep apps running in the background on my Note 9. I have this habit that I go into background app list and just terminate everything. I don't care. And my Note 9, I think, has only 6 gigs of RAM. And I think 6 gigabytes of RAM is an optimal level for Samsung DeX to be used. The best budget Samsung DeX phone, and I'm actually have my eyes laid on it to try to get it, is Samsung S10e. Because it's a cheap phone. It's the well-balanced phone, decent CPU, and you don't need to go and spend £1,000 or more on the most latest and greatest phone to use Samsung DeX, because the difference between S8 phone DeX performance and S9 phone DeX performance is noticeable. Difference between Note 9 performance and, let's say, S10 and Note 10 is noticeable performance. But when you look performance between Note 10 and Note 20, or Note 10 and Fold 3, for example, it's not that noticeable. So you're paying $1,000 or more for a phone for that fraction of better performance, and it's not that great. I can't see the reason to spend £1,000 or so on the phone when I can get this for 215, or so. Even some I saw one price was even lower. I think it was an offer for 149, £150 for a phone that can basically give you a decent DeX performance. And this phone, I think, will get the Android 11 or most recent Android version update. But there is a noticeable difference between different phone generations. But the further you go into like Note 10, Note 20, and so on, it just becomes not a big reason to buy or use it. My Note 9 is old, it's get hot, even right now probably. Yeah, it's right now it's cooking. I'm not sure if I have the laser to check the temperature, but my Note 9 screen is already warm of this Samsung DeX stuff. But it works. I do stuff, as you can see, I'm using Samsung DeX on my Note 9. I'm buzzing around, I'm switching tabs and etc. And this all works fine. It just if you want decent Samsung DeX performance, I would say S10e is budget version of Samsung DeX. I would say it's this, the Galaxy S10e phone is equivalent to Windows side potato smasher. You know, these kind of Windows machines, computers that looks like about to die. It's like runs barely nothing, but it's fine. It's fine for Samsung DeX. Next question. I said a set of videos on how to convert from Windows to DeX would be great, with areas like one video for gaming, another for productivity, others for social chats, etc. Good idea. Let's put this on my list. Conversion from type today from Windows to DeX. Here we go. Right. What I wanted to show you, this is our Samsung DeX group performance. As you can see, okay, this is okay, this is went horribly wrong very fast. Here we go. This is subscribers of Samsung DeX Celebrity Group. And as you can see, we started, I think I became an admin of a group somewhere around here or here. I can't remember. I can remember when I took over the group. But basically, as you can see, Samsung DeX went up, then we went all the way up. And now slowly doing this curve that is going down a bit. And I want to start doing a slightly different videos that I normally do about Samsung DeX, but in the like giving a tutorials of a bit more power user-ish kind of things. And I want to start from self-hosted with a Samsung DeX and the Raspberry Pi. Because a lot of things, like I said, the Raspberry Pi can run is great. Because let's say the one of the examples that would be these kind of videos would help. It's just so it's basically it's like me trying to justify to myself why I want to do these videos. But anyway, you're a student and you want to become the network IT admin, or you want to become just administrator, just like manage company servers, programs, web services, etc. This is a very good thing to start with because so much things I learned, I basically hated Linux up to about 3 weeks ago when I started, 4 weeks ago when I started to learn about Docker. Now I'm absolutely loving it. So you can have this, but I think what's happening, majority of the students, when they want to start learning things on the Raspberry Pi, they go online, they Google it, like how to create server on the Raspberry Pi. And first 2-3 sentences in that kind of tutorial is going to say, oh, on Windows machine, you need to make yourself the SD card. On Windows machine, you need to do this. On Mac, you need to do this, etc., etc. So I think this kind of tutorials will show to the masses that you don't need a Windows machine to create yourself a website hosting server or something on the Raspberry Pi when it's all fine using Samsung DeX. I'm still struggling to change the language using keyboard, showing now how it will be really helpful. Right, on the thingy, on the DeX, let me find it now. What is it? Right. Okay. So I'm inside settings. If I go to on settings, if I go to Samsung DeX, inside here I will go to keyboard. Inside here I will select physical keyboard. And here language change, left, alt, and shift. If I press this, as you can see on the bottom, you can't see because your message shows up. You see message popped up, UK English, toaster, message shows up. This shows up because I chose only to show the English, only to be English. Sorry, I felt somebody at my door. And that's where I change it. If I go to I think here I can add another language, but because I'm using only English, it's here. And I just locked it to be always this. I'm using Opera to watch YouTube because it blocks ads. For everything else, I use Samsung browser and sometimes get the same typing issues you just had. What's the best browser user for Talk DeX? Best browser for Samsung DeX, sadly, it is Samsung Internet. It's well polished as for Samsung DeX for this desktop environment kind of thing. It's well polished, but the thing is just I use in total, I think on the tab 6, I know I have 4. I have Samsung Internet, Chrome, Kiwi, and Opera. I think that's what I have. Speak about Michimura, about your watching ads, block ads. This kind of self-hosting that a video I'm planning to do, this will include Pi-hole running on the same thing and blocking ads. I'm not sure about YouTube ads, but yeah. So Samsung Internet is the best worst browser for Samsung DeX, if that makes sense, because it has a lot of stupid things on it that I don't like at all. But sadly, it is the most, between all the browsers like Chrome, Kiwi, Opera, etc., the Samsung Internet feels that their developers put most effort to make the browser more compatible with the Samsung DeX. Google would be absolutely smasher on the Samsung DeX. Would be absolutely amazing if they added extensions and sorted this desktop kind of thingy that sometimes website shows up in desktop mode, sometimes shows up in the mobile version. If they added that, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm gonna try now to see if that's been here we go. I'm trying to access Samsung DeX subreddit group. I set this to be always desktop mode, and it still shows up in the mobile desktop website. Let's see if it's gonna do something now. Here we go, finally. Okay, so I hope it's gonna stay like this, but I don't know. Maybe an hour later it's gonna revert back to mobile. The Chrome browser would be absolute killer on a Samsung DeX if the developers added more attention to it. PCI Hector. I use Samsung DeX with like 9 apps open on it. In the S10e and 2 of the other monitoring carrier band, signal power, and a band selection of the phones. Yes, the phone gets hot. Slim cover with DeX. Yeah, the S10e, my Note 9 right now, I'm connected. I hope I'm not going to disconnect this, but my Note 9 right now is connected to, okay, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. Here we go. So the charger, this cable is charging. This cable is to make sure that Nextdoor 360 keyboard works with my DeX. This cable goes into the splitter, which goes into a live stream, and etc. And my phone is right now getting charged. And my phone Note 9 it's warm. It is warm. It's not like worrying warm, but it is warm. Yeah, I think into getting S10e once my Note 9. Well, if my Note 9 dies, I might go with Note 9 again or go for Galaxy S10e. I'm not going to go and start chasing spec wars. I'm not going to participate in a spec list wars. I don't care if the phone has 12 gigabytes of RAM or has 12 million gigabytes of RAM. As long as the phone has 6 gigabytes or more, I'm fine. I'm not gonna go and spend a lot of money on the phone to get that small amount of performance. It's just not worth it. It's just absolutely not worth it. I just, it's like you want to go with a train from point A to point B, and a train ticket will cost you $10, and you'll get there in 1 hour. But if you spend $50, you will get there not to the point B, not in 1 hour, but in 49 minutes. Is it worth it to spend 6-7 times more for that extra 10 minutes? Would RAM plus help in DeX? The more RAM you will get, the more things you can do in DeX. Like the more RAM, the more phone, the more DeX will be snappier. But for my use, I use about 6-7 apps at the same time. Like while I was setting up my Raspberry Pi server, the cluster, the Docker server, I had browser, 2 windows of browsers opened, SSH client. What else I had? Music. Like I don't overkill my phone that much. So 6 GB, 8 GB phone, Galaxy phone would be great for me. My USB-C hub only opens 5 apps at the time of on my, so my Note 9 only gets warm. For the price I paid, the Note 9 was the best deal for me. S10e is basically, it's like my dream. Note 9 is the best phone ever I had. But if it dies tomorrow, S10e is very, very tempting because it's just, again, I'm not going to go and participate in a spec war. I bet you right now a lot of videos will show up online about Samsung DeX, people using the most latest phones and saying how amazing DeX is. And yes, DeX will be amazing on these phones, but not everybody want to go and spend $1,500 for a phone to use it as a PC replacement. Because for $1,500 you can get very decent laptop. But if you really need a device, computing device, and you're a bit short on money, Galaxy S10e costs £200, which is like $250. So it is, let's do a math, 6 times less than that the phone that other people. It's just, I just don't want to participate in a spec list war. Just no. Mr. in the chat, Mr. What is it? Mr. TD Me. Here you go. This is the comment. If you are still watching this live stream, can you please post a message? How's your Pi P400 performing? I would like to know, like, from 0 to 10, is it better than Raspberry Pi 4 Model B? Well, no, I mean not better, because like they're same thing, just different PCB. How are you finding P400? Because I'm really tempting to get one. I watched a lot of reviews, but it's just, I don't know. I don't really think that reviews like anyway. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna start doing the videos about self-hosting server using Raspberry Pi. I'll try to do in the short videos, about 5 minutes or so length. I'm not gonna go into 20-30 minutes because, let's be honest, my spare life became quite busy lately. You probably noticed from my uploads. I used to do one video a week. Now I'm barely pushing one video in 2 weeks. So yeah, my busy life is just a lot of things needs to do more. And honestly, my day job, no, different way. My family and my day job is number 1 and number 2. The YouTube is my hobby. So I'm still here. I'm still recording videos. I'm still chatting with you guys. I'm still monitoring Samsung DeX Library group. Still banning people that don't act normally and they're misbehaving on there. But my video uploads, it just, YouTube is my hobby. And thank you very much for super chat. But if there was, let's say, a lot of super chats, that might push my uploads a bit more. But it's just because hobby, and I can't justify not spending time just recording more videos and just not spending time with my family, or being lazy at my work, my day job. So if DeX dies, would you start using Motorola Ready 4? For little I saw about it, it is not as good as DeX. Okay, I was thinking about it. What if DeX dies tomorrow? And I decided, if DeX dies tomorrow, I would still would use a mobile computing, but I was thinking to use only Andronix Linux running on my tablet and then VNC to it, like using this. Or if Samsung DeX dies tomorrow, definitely would try Motorola Ready 4. Definitely would use it. But you see, it would be really hard to go back. It would be very hard to go back. Just because Samsung DeX is so far ahead of competition that I would try Motorola Ready Me. Definitely, I would try it. But if Samsung DeX goes tomorrow offline, that's it. Samsung says die. I would go for Andronix. I would try to find a way, even rooting my phone, just to get a decent Linux performance out of it. Try to go as close as possibly can to what Linux on DeX was before Samsung killed it. If Samsung DeX disappears tomorrow. My S10e never goes over 5.2 RAM usage, including trend micro internet security. So that's, in some ways, a really good example why you need to go and spend £1,000 more, like £1,500, for a phone that has 12 gigs of RAM when you like power using your phone and you barely touching 6. Whoops. Oh, you came back with my, I like it. The one thing I don't like about the P400 is the RAM is only 4 gigs. And I can realize it compares to, oh, it's 4 gigs. I thought it's exactly like, right. Thank you. I haven't noticed anyone mentioning in the videos that. I don't know, I probably just misheard or something. So it is only 4 gigabytes of RAM on a P400. I'll stick with the board. I'll stick with the board. Michimura, I appreciate your efforts and sharing your knowledge with us. Thank you. You're welcome. This is my hobby. I like to tinker with Samsung DeX and stuff. And I think I said it before, even if only one person will find my video useful, I done it correctly, if that makes sense. Even if I will spend a week recording a video of 10 minutes long and one person will find that useful, that is fine. That is completely fine with me, because I changed. Okay, it's gonna be a bit a bit weird to say, but I changed one person's life, if that makes sense. My video, basically, somebody watching the YouTube and finds my video about Samsung DeX, and instead of they going and spending $2,000 on the phone, on the computer, they decide to go and spend $200 on the phone, and they're happy about it. I'm happy because I help someone save money. I help someone not go a lot of frustration with Windows and whatnot, and etc. Then I'm happy. Like my one of my videos I uploaded a while back. Oh my god, it's like 3-4 months ago, and it only has 500 views. And somebody sent me a message saying, "Oh, look, your video is rubbish. 500 views. It's like nothing. If videos has less than 1,000 views, it means it's rubbish." And my answer basically was, Well, 500 people tried to watch my video. I do believe at least 10 of them found it useful. So it means 10 people found it useful. It means I'm happy. 10 people found it useful, and that means that I done the job correctly. I'm not chasing for views. I'm not chasing for subscribers. I'm not chasing for super chats or anything. Obviously, I'm pleased to see them. I'm not gonna lie, but then it's just my hobby, and I like sharing the knowledge. So I don't care. I don't care if I have 10,000 subscribers or if I have 10 subscribers. If my video helps you, I done my job correctly. I done my thing correctly. That's me. That's how. That's how I've been taught while I was young. Help others without thinking of reward. If that makes sense. That's what you need to do. Help others, not try to. Samsung thanked me. I don't even think they know that I am existing. I'm exist. I seriously. I don't think that Samsung. Well, let me say one thing. I never ever received any kind of acknowledgement from anyone who works at Samsung, even they saying hi to me. Never. Never, ever, ever I received any kind of communication from Samsung in any shape or form. Even my emails that I sent to Samsung a while back asking for some of information about the Samsung DeX, or what I think I sent them an email a while back asking if they can send me a DeX pad as a demo. And I said, look, I'll send you back. Just give me the DeX pad. I'll use it for a week or two. I'll send you back. No, not even a reply email saying no. Yeah, yeah. I sent two free emails. Nothing. I still have that piece of shit on my share. I still have that bloody keyboard. This is it's not the worst keyboard I had, but it's definitely somewhere there. Since I done a review about Samsung keyboard 3 or 500, it's never ever use it after. Thank you for all your hard work. Yes, you saved more than 1,000 US DEX info. You're welcome. Exactly. Doesn't matter if I have 11,000. How many subscribers I have? Like 11,000 or 20,000 or whatever. One person says thank you that I done something that I changed their, not like it's not like I saved your life, but like I changed your perspective about. Because come on, we live in a hard times right now. All this COVID stuff happening. The last thing what you want to go and just throw money left, right, and center. And if my one video helped you, or more than one video helped you, that's it. I'm happy and I'm honored that you're saying thank you to me. And it's just I think that I done my work correctly. So you're welcome, and I'll try help even more now. What's Motorola Ready for? Motorola Ready for is a Motorola way of doing a desktop environment. Motorola Ready for. It is their way. Their okay. Can't even type. Ready for. It's a Motorola's way to become DeX competitor, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's called Motorola Ready for. The thing with Motorola Ready for is that they're a bit behind on all this Samsung DeX thing. So they're doing all this. Their phone, when you're turning on, they have multiple modes. Have like a gaming mode. They have, here we go, this one. So we have game mode, we have TV, we have desktop, and we have live chat, which is great. Which is great. This is great thing. But straight away, this image alone gives me a bit of frustration. I haven't used the Ready for yet, but at the root level, at the starting level, you already have to choose: do you want a game, or do you want to watch TV, or do you want to do a desktop environment, or do you want a live chat? No. I want to, once I connect my phone, I want to jump into a desktop environment that I can do anything I want. Okay, maybe it's a curated kind of list. So if you go into games, it launches something like a game launcher stuff. That is fine. I'm happy with that. Just this shows me that it doesn't give me a freedom to choose. Well, they're giving a choice, but I mean, once I connect, I want straight away in desktop, and I want have an app for the games, app for this, app for that. But basically, Ready 4, Motorola Ready 4 is the Motorola's way to try to be a competitor to Samsung DeX, but sadly, Samsung DeX is way ahead on any other competition. Love your channel, thank you. You're welcome. Melinda, I think it's OA. If the Samsung CEO from LATAM was still my student, I would have to very seriously conversation with him about supporting the work. What? Hold on, wait a minute. Samsung CEO was your student. Oh. Wow. Wow. That's you are a powerful person if you know these people. Okay, the quality of the video dropped out again. I think something is being uploaded. I noticed that previously when the quality of the video was going down, it was some things uploaded. Some things were getting uploaded. Yes, some years ago I used to teach the CEO for Samsung in LATAM. Wow. Okay. So what's the time? 10 to 5. How long am I streaming? Hour and a half. Oh, my little one woke up. My little one had his beauty sleep. So I'm gonna go play with him for a bit. So yeah, and the videos about Raspberry Pi self-hosting, I'll start recording later today. Like I said, I'll try to speed up them, like do a bit more than just one a week or once a month, once or 2 weeks. It's just my spare time. Sorry guys, but my spare time is not. I don't have a lot of spare time lately, so I can't spend that much time on Samsung DeX that I used to. And in some way, it's a bit sad for me because I want to spend a lot of time with this. But then obviously I don't want to basically like sit in front of a computer all day, sit in front of a computer for work hours, and sit in front of a computer for spare time, like my free time. So it's family, work, and if I have time, then it is the Samsung DeX. Have fun with the little one. Thank you once again for the stream. You're welcome. I'm sorry about the quality at the start of the video. I was uploading 12 gigabytes of file into my NAS, and that was sucking up all my upload speed. How old is your little one? My little one is 2 years and 2 months and 7 days. What's the day today? 3rd. Yeah, 2 months 2 years, 2 months, and 7 days. Father time waits for no one. Yeah, I don't want to basically lose the time not seeing my little one growing. So that's one of the reasons that the DeX videos stopped. It's just I want to spend as much time as I can with the little one. When he becomes a bit more older, then we might do videos together. I don't know. We were chatting about this with my missus. I said, you know what? If when I'm gone, he's probably gonna take over, and probably by then it's gonna be like Samsung DeX version 12.5 or something. Family's priority here too. Yeah, family is the. I'm trying. The thing that is happening is I don't want people think that because I'm stopped uploading videos that regularly, I just gave up on DeX. This is not the case. I haven't gave up on DeX. I keep looking at new ways to use Samsung DeX. I keep researching, keep trying, tinkering, etc. In the past 4 weeks since I learned Docker and help hosting and etc., it's like everything I'm trying to do via DeX. It's just the amount of time that I need to record a video is not that great. Sometimes I get 15 minutes a day for my videos. Sometimes I get 2 hours a week. So this is what it is. Mr. P Junior show. Yeah. Yeah. Hello everyone, it's me, Mr. P, and here it is, Mr. A. His name is Arias. So Mr. A. So Mr. P and Mr. A. I don't know, one day he actually my little one's most favorite toy right now, most favorite toy out of every single thing he owns, most favorite toy is this. Obviously I'm not turning it on. I'm keeping his eyes safe. I'm not like letting him sit in front of a screen. I'm basically charging this on. This is charged, and then he's just turning it on and off, on and off, on and off, and plugging stuff to USB. My little one is 2 years plus, right? And he already knows the difference between HDMI, USB Type-C, and USB Type-A. You give him a whole bunch of cables, and he will show you which cable goes where, because he knows how connection looks like. So if you give him a HDMI, you're going to say that's where it goes, and you're going to point to USB port, he's going to say no to you, because he knows HDMI goes in this HDMI port, but it goes in a different way, because this HDMI is upside down that you usually find on other devices. So he knows his stuff. Believe me, I think in about a couple of years or so, he's going to know more about IT than I do. Anyway, thank you everyone for giving me your spare time, your hour or so, for me to chat to you. Thank you very much for Gonzalo. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. For super chat earlier. I really appreciate. I can't thank you enough for your support. So thank you guys. Anyway, I really appreciate you spending 1 hour here with me. Next Sunday, same time, a bit maybe later, maybe 4 p.m. We will have another live chat. Hopefully by then I'll have a video or so done. Don't know, maybe. Announcement, forgot about it. I'm working. There is a chat happening between me and the possible guest for one of the live streams. Please follow keep an eye on my community page and Reddit group. As soon as I have a written date and everything is agreed, I'll post the message on my YouTube community post and the Samsung DeX Library group, because I will need questions from you, and these questions will be sent to the guest of the live stream. Don't know when it's happening. Hopefully this month, but as soon as I have a agreed date, and hopefully it's going to be next stream. Or actually, no, no, it's definitely not going to be next stream. Maybe stream after. Anyway, as soon as I know that the guest is willing to do a live stream, I'll ask you for the questions. So thank you very much. I appreciate all your support, all super chats, and your becoming a members of my channel. I really do appreciate your support, your comments, feedbacks, likes, dislikes, mean comments as well. I like them. I like to read, and the mean comment shows me what I've done wrong, and I can make sure that I will do that same thing better next time. And that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for staying with me for this hour, and I'll see you next time. Now I need to go and catch my little one. He's probably already playing with his Lego, because I need to go and build him a garage and a house and the car and the ship and the spaceship and the monster and the dinosaur. Anyway, take care, everyone. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next stream. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.